Lollipop, lollipop. Ooh, la la lollipop. I don't know the rest of the words to that song.
Is there other words to that song?
There's something, I think. I don't know. Let
That'd be
us
funny.
know if that song has more words. Hey, we're live. Notifications just went out.
Wait for some peeps to drop in before we start.
Let's know. Let us know what. Let us know if you're here. Drop in the chat. We're simulcasting on Mob Crush, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. So,
Got my sweet
hi.
potatoes.
I just finished some. Oh no, there's still some root beer left. So, how's everybody doing?
What's
I'm
up?
quite tired right now.
I am okay.
It's been a crazy week. We've been mostly just readjusting to like the time zone back.
Yeah, the first couple of days back was tough, but now I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
What did we get back? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Sorry I called and forgot you said you were streaming. Thanks, Jin, for being considerate. I don't know. Yum, yum, yum.
We have actually. There might be a few videos this week, but like just random ones. Like so last week we put out the "You Should Give Up" video. Finally,
Yeah, the big thing we've been talking about for all that time.
and now we're working on the next videos. But we also have a bunch of BTS from that shoot, so that'll be a vlog. And then we have a whole vlog from Podfest, so that'll be a vlog. And then we have a sponsored video that we should be finishing up in the next day or two. It's something different for this channel. We're just trying it, see if anybody likes the idea. So,
well, hopefully we can spread some awareness to the product that we did the video for.
Yeah, we'll see. It looks cool
because it's pretty cool and we're using it.
But yeah, few. Yup, Rod's from Indiana. That's a few.
Is that an Indiana thing?
Jin said everyone loves it. Yeah, so far the give up video, there's like 4 dislikes on it, but generally very well received. So that was directed by Jin.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad to see everybody, got behind it and shared. Everybody who was in the video, everybody who was working on it, I hope saw it, and spread it around and showed other people. I know it's been like a catalyst of conversations for the last couple of weeks, and we've had some really good conversations actually with some really good people.
The chat shows up.
It's been nice to
on the app
hear
on my Amazon Fire Stick.
Get the feedback. Cool. The chat now shows up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we have the main ones on YouTube, and then there's like a square one for Facebook, and we can do Twitter video too, but we need to re-edit it a little bit because we need to like take 20 seconds away from it. So, just so there are dislikes. How must have been the crew? Yeah, there's 4 dislikes on the video, but also there's some. Our buddy Chris is in the video, and he has some controversy recently, so there's I think some people are just like looking for anything he's on disliking as well. So Brandon, you have a new feature. You can see chat on your Fire TV. That's cool. Fire TV. That sounds like something like a thing that you thought was in the future in the 90s.
I would hope like the character from Hero Academia Inferno, his TV would be called Fire TV.
Cyrus Moonside. Hey, what's up, by the way? Says, I'm still figuring out my Fire Stick. Is that a sexual thing? Or is that like literally like this thing's hard to use?
Rihanna lyrics?
My Fire Stick. On my disco stick.
On my disco stick.
That's Lady Gaga, isn't it?
I lost track. They all kind of like mold together. Lady Gaga less than the others, but recently she's been just like killing it with the movies and with the films, with the movies and with the music. Sorry,
Jen said soon we do the video for Wrong Things Right People. It'll be great.
Yeah.
And we're also looking at like a music video kind of thing for Give Up, but our friend Maria might be dancing for it. We're gonna try to figure that out. Brandon said I figured that out as a preteen. Oi.
Word.
Also, it looks like there's some people on Facebook and Twitch here as well. If you're new, we hang out every Sunday night around this time.
Yeah.
Last week, we got a little taste of your guys' time zones. There's a lot of you from the Eastern time zone.
Man.
We were up at 2 a.m.
I gotta be honest, guys, that was really tough. And it might have been because, you know, we were coming from LA to Florida and then stayed up until 2 in the morning and everything. But man, that was tough to stay up that late. So props to you guys for the ones that it is kind of hard to stay up. And we appreciate y'all. Brandon says, I look different without the beard. Yeah, I wanted to start over, man. Because you know how it goes. You get like the strip going, and then this line keeps getting lower and lower and lower until you have this like tiny little thing happening here. So I was like, before that happens, I'm gonna wipe it all out, and I've been, you know, getting a clean slate going.
Eh. Oh, and our podcast Yellow Spandex is still going. We're recording. So since we were gone, we kind of caught up. So now we're gonna be recording tomorrow for the one later in the week, and we're gonna try out some microphones for that. It's gonna be like kind of a cross between like our channel and the Yellow Spandex thing a little bit. And what else was there? Oh, not this week, but probably next week, we're gonna start hosting a show on Mob Crush's live stream in the middle of the day.
Ooh, Mob Crush!
Sometime in the afternoon, our time, on Tuesdays. If you like that, let us know in the comments and the chats and all that stuff.
We literally have like an open format to do whatever we want to. So guys, think in the comments after this, or even right now, like throw in some like cool things that you would want to see on a stream.
Yeah, I think we were toying with the idea of doing some retro gaming, a little music, and then hanging out. But we're gonna figure that stuff out. It'll be Tuesday afternoons on Mob Crush.
I'd like to keep it like that open format as much as possible. You know,
Brandon said, "I have no idea what it's like to lose hair."
More variety than anything else. Yeah, Brandon, that's because you're a chia pet. Your hair's so thick. Oh, it was supposed to be a joke, but I lost it. Jen on
Things
Facebook.
you shouldn't cook.
Things you shouldn't cook.
There's no kitchen there, though. I mean, I guess we're not gonna.
We don't have to cook anything. We just talk about what things we shouldn't cook, like your mom's used dildo. Like you don't want to cook that. There's not many things that's going to taste good.
Horrible weapons for zombie apocalypse. There you go.
Horrible weapons.
So actually, I kind of like the idea of like playing a little bit of games.
Also dildo.
And then like doing like a song or two, and then kind of hanging out with whoever comes through, because that office is like everybody kind of comes through there.
It's bopping. Yeah, there's a bunch of people kind of like floating through all the time. So having that open format will definitely leave it to some spontaneity, which I like. Food and glue, yeah. Glue and anything, and you just ruin it, right?
It could be edible glue, right?
Ugh.
Is that frosting?
Literally the food that sticks to your bones, right?
Jam session. Yeah, like I like the idea, because especially with Mob Crush, there's like, it's more of an acoustical space. Like we have a little setup. We could like play a little bit, like music, and we can play a little bit of games too. Because like one of the things, the retro gaming we never got to do on any other thing that we've ever done with gaming has not let us do it. So this might be our opportunity.
We just got to figure out on there. They have to figure out a capture, and I'm pretty sure we're solid.
we got to set up. Like, I have the HDMI thing, and then they have all the Elgato stuff.
Yeah.
So
jam. Yeah, I would definitely be willing to like improv some like weird shit.
Electric Triangle.
Unless you're a child, glue can be its own food group for some.
What's up, Pico Wolf? Yeah.
I was never that person.
You didn't even eat paste?
Nope.
Really? I feel like everybody tasted paste because it had like that minty smell too.
You know what I did do though was I was like addicted to there was markers that smelled like chocolate and like cherry and lime and lemon, and I just would like sit there and be like, oh, it smells so good. But I never like
explains a lot.
consumed glue. Stuff like
It
that.
might-
I never
it
like
might-
consumed bad things.
It
like
might have
that.
been healthier to eat the glue than to sniff the markers.
Ooh, I don't know.
Because the markers, there's little chemicals.
That's
The
probably why
glue-
most people have like ulcers and shit now, is because they introduced all these like foreign chemicals in their stomach.
That's what I mean. Like smelling the marker, that's more foreign than like the most glue
Yeah.
is just like it's
It
non-toxic.
just fucked my
like,
lungs up. That's all. My stomach's good.
It's like non-toxic, like pasted up like horse bones and shit.
Yeah, I have no idea what it was.
That's funny too because I remember paste like you'd always use too much, and so everything would just be like damp, and then when it dried, it'd all be like wrinkly and stuff.
I was a huge perfectionist with all my art shit. So like everyone, I was a pain in the ass to everyone because I couldn't work with anyone. Like whenever they put us in groups and shit, those kids were just not talented at all. So it just like pissed me off so bad. They're throwing shit around. There's glue everywhere. Like there's no like
Only
organization
sniff
or
the glue. Yeah, there's something really interesting about that glue smell. It's like kind of woody, but had that the horse bones. You could tell like the cartilage or whatever is supposed to be in it.
it's hooves,
Hooves?
supposedly.
Ah,
The
so
hooves.
there's a lot of horses.
There's horses. I mean, horses probably die
But it's
quicker
just,
than people do
it's
a day.
just the hooves.
Yeah,
That's
there's
a lot of hooves.
and there's 4 of them per horse. So
Yeah,
that's,
but I mean, in like relation to the rest of the horse, there's very little.
that's the only part they need for the glue. I respect the little Vince. Yeah, man, those peoples. Dare I say? I'm not gonna continue that because there were some talented kids. I just never got grouped up with them. They had to split the talented kids up. They're like, all right, you go with these degenerates.
I always thought I was bad at visual art, but then like something like won a big contest and the governor bought it, and it was like I had to do like this little tour with this like cornucopia thing I made that I thought was like just but I think it made some kids mad that were really really trying.
I imagine little Vince said like, I don't like it a lot.
Little Vince, any Vince.
I don't like it.
Brandon's is now when you say markers, you really mean lead paint. Yeah, see,
Lead paint.
you probably actually did.
Probably.
You probably did eat a lot of lead paint chips.
No.
That was
I never. I
as a
could
baby.
never remember eating.
well, you would.
Well, first
That's
off,
the
why
idea.
were you a baby with lead chips?
Because of the houses for like our generations, it was like the tail end.
I was
that.
never left alone. Well, because my grandmother would take care of us during the day, and then as soon as my mom would come home, she would be with us till I fell asleep, and that was my life pretty much all the way up till I was like 10 or 11. So there was no like me being by myself eating glue or huffing shit. I also went to private school, and I had nuns for teachers.
But even like
So there was no fucking around for me.
no, but
when
even
I
if
was a
like
little
you
kid.
were like a baby and you were like in a crib situation or something, even just shit like peeling from the walls, like dust from the walls, even had lead in it.
Now we're stretching.
No,
I
no,
breathed in dust, guys. So I've eaten paint chips. now.
no. Dust had lead in it at that point. That's why like they had to replace all like the ceiling shit and things from like buildings
Right.
from that time period.
Hence me ingesting lead at some point in my life is what we're trying to get to.
That's
here.
what the lawsuit. That's what the lawsuit was, though. It was for like.
Well, I'm
your
glad
exposure
somebody
to
got
lead.
justice for the lead poison.
I don't know. It was a thing in those houses, and they're not anymore because it's a way different.
Yeah,
like,
asbestos was another really big thing in the basements and shit.
code. Or just any kind of insulation.
Yeah.
Like it was just like in the air. Like,
Old nasty. I know because I was an electrician. I've climbed in many dank ass basements and attics and crawl spaces. What? I can't see that far. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that.
mesothelioma.
There you go.
It's a lung disease. Anyway, but yeah, if you survive the '80s, you can survive anything. A lot of us did. A lot of unsafe childhoods, but hey, we're here. I was actually watching something the other day that was talking about like dangerous playgrounds were better for kids because that's where you test your boundaries. It's true. You test your boundaries in other ways as well. But yeah, so they got that. We got our podcast whenever Josh posts them. I think it's Wednesdays or something. And then we're gonna be live streaming every week with Mob Crush on Tuesdays. I don't know if we're gonna continue the Friday things anymore since we're doing the Tuesdays, but definitely the Tuesday stuff. So we'll check us out on there. I think that's not gonna start this week. It's gonna start next week.
That's right.
We'll let you know what's going on with that. And this week, depending on like how much editing we can get caught up on, there should be like in this order, or maybe not this order, but like definitely first should be the behind the scenes of the You Should Give Up video, and then depending on when the sponsor stuff happens, that might be next. That sponsor video, it's a little different. It's not weird. It's just different for us. And then at some other point, the Podfest vlog. There's a lot of footage from the Podfest. So,
I'm in favor of dangerous playgrounds.
the strong survive, creating better breeding stock. That's how it happened.
They don't build them like they do now. Those things were rickety back in the day.
Just a board and a saw. Have fun, kids.
It's like monkey bars is more like some piece of a building fell and they used it in the playground.
Yeah. It's a construction zone. There weren't any playgrounds.
But then there was like the real awesome ones in certain neighborhoods. They had these huge, like town almost sized playgrounds, all made of wood. Freaking awesome construction, awesome architecture. Even like the tubes you put your ears to, and you can like hear all the person all the way on the other side of the playground. All kinds of crazy little shit back in the 80s. Man.
I didn't grow up anywhere near an iceberg playground like that. we had like a seesaw and those weird bug animal things on giant springs.
I remember that, yeah.
And like a swing set if someone hadn't messed it up yet. So, Peak Wolf says nowadays it's being terrified your iPad will break, not a phone. This is probably true.
Priorities change a lot, huh?
I'm horrified at the thought of like giving like a small child, even like my niece's age, like an iPad. Like that sounds horrifying. Like this thing is like costs hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars. You just go play with it. It's made of glass.
The other, what was it? My sister's got 3 kids, and all of their iPads have the like waterproof, like bubble sealed thing around each one of them, because you know they don't give a shit. They throw them around.
Kind of surprised like kids' iPads aren't just made of plastic, like on the front or something.
Man,
you know, what shows, Brandon? That I didn't have a fancy playground. Yeah, we were like always poor, so didn't grow up in fancy living.
Yeah, we found I didn't grow up rich or any either, but the playgrounds that were real nice, we would just sneak onto. That and they were in Rat Orgy, Delaware.
Yeah.
So the nicer things we could find, we would definitely try to take as much use as we could with.
Brandon says, I think my TV is showing all the comments, not just YouTube. Oh, that's cool if it is. I don't know how that worked, but right now it looks like we're just getting comments or chat from YouTube and Facebook. I haven't seen anybody in Twitch or Mixer just yet. But also our song on Vest, Wrong Things Right People, is almost funded. I think we're like 89-90% now, so it's like a little less than 2 weeks to go. We close it out, and then it'll be sold out. And I think we're going to talk to them. I'm going to hit them up this week about putting another song on there, because it looks like it's going pretty well. But if you haven't been able to like throw something in there, the next week and a half or so will be the last chance. But it's cool. Like you can contribute as little as $5, or it's like as much as 100,000. Or I guess 1,000. I don't know how that works. But the minimum is like 5, and then you can always be part of that song, which is really cool. And it looks like a lot of people took advantage of it. So,
what? Yeah, and thanks for if any of you guys even threw some money at it. Appreciate that.
So, and
send me link for Vest and song.
So the best way to look it up is VEZT, that's Vest, VEZT.RKVC.net. And it takes you to our current listing. This is a short link we set up. But if you forget, then I can send it later. The Pico Wolf, a comment didn't show up on my phone. Oh, Pico Wolf, I think, is on YouTube, so it should have popped up. I don't know. But, yeah, so that's there. the You Should Give Up video. Keep sharing that if you're, or if if you already have, then thank you. Thomas, what's up? How you doing? Hi there. How you doing tonight? We're doing good. We're just catching up with
What's
everybody.
up, Thomas?
We're talking about our You Should Give Up video that came out this week on this channel. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should check it out. And then next week we're gonna put like a behind the scenes vlog out, and we have the sponsor video, and then we also have a vlog from Podfest. So
Stream on Tuesday. We'll be talking about.
people have said, yeah, it should have weird. YouTube is broken in it again. It might just be a little glitchy. I mean, like what Facebook and Instagram had like the longest outage in their history last week. That was actually kind of cool. Like, it was one day that like my phone wasn't like constantly notifying me, so I just like was moving on with my day. Oh, that's right. We got to go see Captain Marvel again. We saw it 3 times, by the way.
So
Captain Marvel
happy.
was so good, so
Movie
good.
was so good.
We could go over all our thoughts about that, but that's in the Yellow Spandex podcast.
Yeah, you'll hear it there. Or if you want to hear it, it'll be there.
Yeah, you can go check it out. But yeah, we saw that 3 times. Last night we got to catch up with our friends Zach and Maria. Made food at the house. You and Maria were cooking. Like
We threw down.
the mashed potatoes. So good. Like, I mean, everything was really good, but
There's a lot of stuff.
I couldn't get over those mashed potatoes.
All the vegetables, man. We did sausage and burgers, handmade.
And before that, we all went out to the League of Legends like championships, which is interesting because I knew it was a game, but I'd never been to something like that, and that was crazy. Like it was like a combination of, like golf and soccer. If like people watch soccer like golf fans,
Oh,
like
the
there's
audience.
so much stuff happening, everybody just like.
Yeah, the experience was definitely that. Yeah, of like being sitting there, watching the tournament happening, and then like all you hear is the announcers really and the sound of the game. Everyone else is just like either talking silently amongst themselves or like eating something, and then all of a sudden something will happen on the screen. Everybody like brings up those thunder blasters.
They gave us like thunder sticks, which is funny because like it was like a library until like once or twice in the match. It was like, oh.
So yeah, I could see where it could be like the golf, if it was like Happy Gilmore playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool. The game actually was really cool. The graphics and like I was starting to actually capture like what's going on and like understand the rules of things, and I got pretty excited. Me and Zach were sitting on the end there like, what's he gonna do? Oh, they're gonna move down that way.
Yeah. And I couldn't figure out, like, did they have communication with each other?
Mm-hmm.
So like they had like little intercom things
Yeah.
to figure out like how they were.
It's all I guess it's all online. That's what I would imagine.
Oh, yeah,
is
some
it's
people
an
saw-
online gaming.
Some people said they saw us on the stream. We didn't know they were streaming, but we're not surprised either because
So each of them have their headsets and they're all talking to each other.
Pico says, "Have you been to Alita Battle Angel?" We saw that 3 times as well. That was a really good movie.
Alita was amazing. I actually,
It's not a perfect movie, but it was really great.
We did the passport experience. Is like a
Passport to Iron City.
yeah, this like half puzzle like interactive.
It's like an escape room on training wheels.
And at the end they gave you a coin like for the winners, but we had gotten second place, and the winners, the girl from the is like a dad and the daughter. She gave me her coin because she could tell like how much we were into the movie.
We
and
were
everything.
also winning the whole time until the very last thing was like a betting thing, and we happened to bet on the other one that didn't win.
So, come to find out, those coins are actually like pretty collectible, and I threw it up on eBay for like $100. So if you guys are looking for an Alita exclusive 100 or 1,000 credit coin, it's on eBay right now. If you look for it.
It's funny because I didn't know that like in the movie they don't ever make it that like credits are like physical.
Really, the only time you ever see anything is when Hugo buys the candy bar or the chocolate for Alita. That's the only
that's
time you
true.
ever see money exchanged in the entire movie.
Because the rest of it is just like, oh, credits.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alita was great. I know there's a lot of people trying to like pit Alita against Captain Marvel, which is really weird because they're 2 completely different movies.
Plus, they would be on the same team, y'all.
Yeah, they were both really great movies. Like, I actually reposted this article I saw that said like Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel proved that it's not a fluke, and I was like, that's the perspective. They shouldn't be like trying to like pit them against each other. They're both proving the same point. I don't know, but yeah, it was a great movie. And actually, when we were hanging out with a friend Maria grew up with Brie Larson, so She's like she's great. The worst argument they ever had was like she stole her popsicle or something when they were little kids, you know. But the and I love the soundtrack, like
It's a lot of great music.
and it was like of the actual year,
Was the 94? 93?
95,
95?
because the movie happens between 1989 and 1985, and yeah, the like hearing Garbage. Actually, they didn't pick Stupid Girl, which yeah, I thought that was bigger. I thought that they would have picked. They picked that. It's on. I'm only happy when it rains, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
And then Phil Ranta pointed out Elastica was on there. You haven't heard Elastica on the soundtrack, like unironically for a long time.
What song did they play? I forget what song it was, but you were saying Atlantis Morissette should have been in there. And there's You Ought to Know should have been at the battle scene when they're on Marvel's ship.
Someone else mentioned that. That
would have been awesome.
That might have worked, but only if they had like been fucking around. You know.
Well, it wouldn't have been that part of the verse. It would have just been enough to say.
Well, the thing is, that song is like long verses with like an end lyric that's like a hook.
But you only have like 20 seconds or whatever. I don't know how long that.
Well, what I'm saying is like the You Ought to Know is led up to with the
to remind you.
Yeah.
If they just took the hook and then like ran like instrumental throughout the other fight parts.
But like Just a Girl was so much more bouncy and it like
yeah, it still worked really well
really,
with
really
what
good.
they chose. That was like something on you said that should have been in the movie.
Thomas here. Hi there. How come you deleted my comment? We didn't delete anything. We don't even have the ability here right now.
Unless someone's deleting comments.
I don't think anybody's a admin either. The Nirvana song is anachronistic. I love the Nirvana song. Like I thought, "Come As You Are" is like a really great song that is popular, but like wasn't as popular as like "Smells Like Teen Spirit" or something. So I'm really glad that was in there.
It was very symbolic.
Yeah, of the moment too.
The moment of the scene too. So I thought that was really cool as well.
And they had "Man on the Moon" at the very end. That's one of my favorite songs ever. So it was such a great soundtrack. And then they had
there's tons of Easter eggs in that.
what did it start? Oh, it had Desiree. You Gotta Be. Like.
You gotta be wiser.
And then they had What a Man with Salt and Pepper and Vogue. Like Salt and Pepper. We were saying you didn't actually grow up with it. You've only seen it in the past. Like I remember when the song came out, it was such a big deal because it was like it's a clash of the titans. Like it's that perfect mashup you never knew you wanted. Like En Vogue and Salt and Pepper, and like it was a positive song.
I remember that bridge being in like movies and TV songs.
Yeah,
like never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
That's a totally different song.
Get it. Whoa, 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 whoa. What song is that?
Never Gonna Get It.
And what's the other one?
What a Man.
Is it the same band at least?
Half.
That's so funny.
Like Never Gonna Get It was just En Vogue. What a Man is Salt and Pepper and En Vogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard En Vogue. I think that's what triggered that one.
But Brandon said, but came out while Carol was in space, so it didn't make sense to be where it was. I mean, not really. I mean, it was. We don't want to spoil anything, but like seeing the Supreme Being, like it's like you have to come as you are, like. So it didn't necessarily have to do with like being home or anything.
What was the
Nirvana song? Come as you are, and it was like the scene when she went to go see the Supreme Intelligence for the second time. It's like she came as she was.
Oh, I thought you were going off of what Brandon just said.
Yeah.
Oh, what did he say?
It didn't make sense because Carol was in space.
And then you said, what did you say?
I don't think it mattered because it wasn't talking about home or anything like that. It was just coming as she was.
Yeah, no, it was.
So
it literally was symbolic to intelligence and her. Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
But yeah, a lot of stuff in that. Actually, the whole movie is like a giant spoiler and like a great movie on its own, and like connective tissue between like all the previous phases of the MCU and then Endgame. And cannot wait for Endgame. I'm so glad it's only like less than 6 weeks now. That's coming out, and then I'm ready. Then I'm ready for an MCU break. I like that. I love the MCU, but I hope that movie will give me enough closure. I know they're not going to give complete closure, but I want to give me enough closure that I can be like, okay, I can take like a year off, like recenter myself, maybe see some of the old movies again.
Right. I just want to go back and look at all the things and see if they tie into Captain Marvel somehow.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, what's up?
What's up,
How
Mike?
You doing? We're wrapping up here in a little bit, but we're hanging out like usual. And man, yeah, like I said, like we just did the gaming stream on at Boss Level 8s, and I got real tired there.
Hey.
But we also we had like a late night because last night because we had League of Legends, and then hanging out with our friend Zach and Maria at their new place, which was awesome. And also we had all these stories from Podfest that we got. I think it'll be in the vlog, I guess. But Podfest was amazing. We said this last week, but they ended with a gratitude ceremony. That was awesome.
Yeah, we had a few people from Podfest last stream. I was wondering if we would see any tonight. Debbie, what's up?
Debbie, what's up? Brandon asked when does Spider-Man come out? That's July 5th. I remember because I think they're trying to aim it for the July 4th weekend. Then Brandon said he wishes that Carol and Wendy's relationship was more panned out. I guess, but there was a lot of stuff to fit in the movie, and it was already over 2 hours, so I don't blame them for like.
That was kind
condensing.
of a loose thing anyway. Like they gender swapped Larson from the comics to the movie, and like they changed so much shit. I'm actually glad they didn't go too far into it because I didn't want to hear like any more.
But Goose the Flurkin is my new favorite
Right.
animal in the MCU. So adorable. Like you want to like hug him. Well, it's weird. So I've heard people say Goose is a guy, but I could have sworn that Wendy Larson was like, oh, she doesn't usually take well to people. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was she said that too. Actually,
Pico was upset. Pico said a gratitude ceremony. Yeah, so last week at the Podfest Expo, they ended the whole thing with an ability for everyone who attended to go on stage and say things that they were grateful for, whether they were relevant to the conference or just in general. And it was pretty amazing. Thomas, we'll see you. We're gonna be wrapping up here in a little bit anyway.
night, man.
Brandon said Cloak and Dagger comes back April 5th. I can't wait because we saw Billboard on the way here, and I love Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, that's a
good
sick
show.
billboard too. I'm hoping this next season will be even more exciting than the first. Now that they're in the shit.
But once again, it's been a little over half an hour. We're gonna sign off here. Thanks for hanging with us. If you're watching this on YouTube, right about now, something's popping up here for you to subscribe. Like we said, there's a possibility of multiple videos coming out this week, so keep your eyes out. And YouTube is the algorithm is suggesting things below our faces, or covering up half our faces, you might like. But thanks for hanging out, guys. We appreciate you so much. And talk to you later. Don't forget to do the wrong things.
With the right